Hello everyone. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about Microsoft Engage 2023. So we will discuss first of all what is this Microsoft Engage 2023 and what is the eligibility criteria, how one can register here, and what are all the things you should prepare to get selected in this internship program. So first of all, what is this Microsoft Engage 2023? So it is a internship or a mentorship program through which you will get a chance for internship at Microsoft with a stipend of 1 lakh per month. So this is a program for student engagement and mentorship that provides one-to-one support to selected students. So here, if you perform very well in this Microsoft Engage program, you will get internship in Microsoft with a stipend of 1 lakh per month. So basically here second years can participate, and for final year students also it is conducted, but later half of the year. Generally on December, based on the situation and their hiring needs, they will conduct. So as of now, this particular program is especially meant for second years. Those who are passing out in 2024. Currently, who are pursuing second years can participate in this particular program. For final years also they will conduct, but not now, later half of the year, at last in the month of December. But that also depends on the situation, like what is their recruitment need, how many trainers they need. So accordingly, they will be conducting the recruitment process. So general pattern for second years, it will start from April or May or June. So from April to June, it will happen for second years, and for final years in the month of December. So this is how so far they have conducted this. So in 2023 also we are expecting the same. Now let us see the eligibility criteria. As I told you already, students are graduating in 2024 enrolled in a full-time engineering program. So irrespective of your department, if you are from EEE, mechanical, CSE, IT, or if you are from any department, if you are pursuing second year, currently second year, you can participate in this mentorship program, and for final years they will be conducting on the month of December. So this is a one eligibility criteria, and we'll see the process of it. So here we will have 4 steps. First one is going to be the online MCQ or descriptive assessment, and second one is online coding, and third round is mentorship program, and finally there is an interview. So first let's see each process, what will exactly happen in this each process, and how you people can get a placement or get an internship program in Microsoft Engage 2023. So first one is online MCQ or descriptive assessment. Here you will get around 1 or 2 questions, and any basic fundamental algorithm based questions will be there, and there is a possibility of getting questions only like based on maths or calculation. That means no coding part. So in last year it was like a descriptive part, like they will be giving one particular statement and you should clarify your answer for the same. So this is how they conducted it. It can be MCQ also. So most probably the range should be from 1 then 2 questions. 1 or 2 questions will be there. So, and framing answer is very important for descriptive assessment. So how you are rating your answer, how you are rating your statements, that is going to be the very important part or the crucial part, and you should manage your time in order to get the correct answer also. Because if it is an MCQ question, we will directly solve and we'll answer it, right? But if I want to clarify or if I want to write a statement, it's like a theory part or descriptive part, it will take some time for us to solve it. So make sure you manage your time in order to answer the questions. And if you feel like you should give some pseudocode for the same, that would be like really grateful. Means what you can do is you can supplement with pseudocode as well. So framing answer is a very important part here, and you can expect the question from fundamental algorithm based question, or it can be purely maths or calculation based question. And if you feel we need to give a pseudocode, you can even supplement it with a pseudocode. And time management is also a very important part in this first process. So this is all about the online MCQ or descriptive assessment. Now the second one is going to be online coding. So here the level of question varies from easy to medium level. So easy to medium level of questions will be there, and basically you might get questions from sorting, searching, 2 pointers, sliding window, recursion, 2D matrix, dynamic programming, backtracking, and strings. So altogether it is from data structures and algorithms. So if you are very well furnished with data structures and algorithm, you people can easily clear this coding part. So like it will start around April or May or June. So before that, 1 or 2 months, 1 month only, like you will be, the registration will be open and you will be able to register yourself. So as of now, why we are sharing this is from this point of view, like from this day you can start your preparation, so that once the registration is open, you can register and you can attend all the rounds in a well confident manner. So you can start your preparation, and once the registration is open, you can start registering to it in order to get an internship in Microsoft Engage 2023. So these are all the basically the topics which you can expect in the coding part, and so you can prepare data structures and algorithms. So sorting, searching. So these are the basic fundamental algorithms which we use in many questions, right? So we have linear search, binary search, and if we take sorting process, we have bubble sort, quick sort, heap sort, merge sort. So many sorting techniques is also there, and dynamic programming, backtracking. So all the algorithms you should be very clear in order to get this coding part clear, right? So this is all about the second process or the second step, online coding. And the third one is mentorship. So after shortlisting, based on the first 2 rounds performance. So first it is online MCQ or descriptive assessment, right? Once you clear that, you will be invited for the coding round. And once you clear that, after the shortlisting, you will be assigned mentors from Microsoft in order to do your project. So basically, the project theme options are there. If you take the last year projects, you can expect projects from Microsoft Teams, App Clone, or it's like a virtual class type, or data analytics. So all these things will be there. So you can build a project with mentorship, and you should make sure you are attending all the sections. So if you perform very well in this mentorship program, you can get direct internship also. So if the performance is very good, and if the mentor is recommending you, then no interview. So basically the fourth process is interview. But if you are performing really very well, and if you are giving your outstanding performance in the mentorship part, then there is a chance or probability that your mentor is recommending you. So in that particular situation or scenario, you won't no need to attend the interview process. You can get the direct internship. So this is what will happen actually in Microsoft Engage part. And here, like mentorship program, in the sense you will be working in a project under the guidance of mentors in Microsoft. So projects can be based on automation anywhere, artificial intelligence, web development, problem solving. So mostly they will be pursuing this web development projects only. So like other things is like artificial intelligence and problem solving. So, and this is a tentative timeline. So from May to June every year, they will be conducting in the month of May to June. And last year, it was descriptive assessment in the first round. Before that, it was like MCQs only. So since last year, they have changed it. So we are expecting descriptive assessment as a first round in this year also. And this is all about the mentorship program. And if I talk about the interview round, so basically DSA interview, that is data structures and algorithm interview process will be there. And Microsoft Engage project discussion. So what are the projects they are going to take, and how you did your previous project. So all those stuffs will be taken for the interview process. And most probably like you will be getting 1 or 2 tech interviews and 1 HR interview. So this Microsoft Engage program in the year 2022, more than 3,000 students are selected from different colleges, and they are paid 1 lakh per month as a stipend amount. So if you get an internship program in Microsoft, and one another advantage is like you can build your own confidence and you can improve your skills. You can upskill yourself in data structures and algorithms part. So this is all about the process. So here we have seen what is this Microsoft Engage, and who and all eligible to apply for it, when actually the tentative timeline will start, and what are the process, and in each process what will exactly happen, right? And regarding the registration, it is not yet open. Once it is open, you can register yourself in Microsoft mentorship.com official website. So there the applications will be open. There you can click and you can register yourself. Once it is open, you can start. So most probably the program will start in the month of April or May or June, right? So before that, they will be starting the registration, obviously. So you can start preparing now itself. So you can keep on preparing data structures and algorithms so that once the registration is open, you can register and you can get over it, right? So how you can practice is practice data structures and algorithm majorly, because based on the entire coding session, so you will get the questions from DSA only, and in interview process also you will be getting questions from data structures and algorithms. So make sure you are clear with this data structures and algorithm part, so you can start preparing now itself. So now it is February, right? So you can start preparing now itself, and you can make yourself ready before the month of April or May or June at when the program starts. And you can even get the previous questions and all those stuffs in the Microsoft official website. So now let us discuss one such question which is asked previously in this Microsoft Engage program from coding part. So we will see the question first, and we will try to understand what is the question. Then we will try to come up with the logic, after that the coding part. So this one we can move to the coding part. Now this is a question. So first let us read the question, try to understand what is the question is, and then we can start solving the code. So a maze is given as an n cross n binary matrix of blocks, where source block is the upper leftmost block. So upper leftmost is a source from where it start, which is maze of 0, 0. That is, it is a 2D matrix. And the destination block is a lower rightmost block, that is maze of n minus 1, n minus 1. Now, a rat starts from the source and has to reach the destination. The rat can move only in two directions, if possible. The first is forward direction or else down, not in backward. So if multiple solutions exist, the shortest and earliest hope you should take will be accepted. For the same hoping distance at any point, forward will be preferred over downward. In the maze matrix, 0 means the block is dead end, and a non-zero number means the block can be used in the path from source to destination. So the non-zero value of matrix of ij indicates the number of maximum jumps rat can make from the cell matrix of ij. In this variation, a rat is allowed to jump multiple steps at a time instead of one. So basically what I'm going to do is, I'll just get a 2D matrix from the user, whereas the upper leftmost block is considered as a starting point, and the lower rightmost block is considered as a destination, source and destination. Now rat will start from source and it should reach the destination. It can move only in two directions, either in forward or in downward, not backward or any other directions. And if you're getting multiple solutions, the first priority goes to the shortest path. And if two solutions are having the shortest path, then there the priority goes to forward direction, not the downward direction. Right. And in the matrix, if it is 0, that means no way. The rat cannot pass because it is a dead end. And if it is a non-zero number, any other number apart from 0, then we can make use of it in creating the path. So this indicates the maximum jumps it can make. Now let us see the input format. Here the first line of input contains an integer t, which denotes the number of test cases. And for each test case, the first line contains an integer n, which denotes the size of the square matrix. So first number of test cases, then size of the square matrix. And next we will be getting the space separated values, where matrix M is there. The zeros represent blocked path and any other number represent valid path. So in output for each test case, the output is a matrix that contains 1 for the path and 0 for no path taken. So if no path exists in the matrix, you can directly print -1. So if the path exists, we should print the solution matrix. If not, we should print the value -1. Here we can see the constraints, and this is the input is. Great. So now we'll see. Okay. So here the algorithm behind the question is First, when the destination is reached, we are supposed to print the solution matrix as it is. If not, what we are supposed to do is, I'll just make the current cell in the solution matrix as 1 and I'll move forward in horizontal direction. Forward or jump in horizontal direction first. Then I'll recursively check if this move leads to a solution or what. So if it doesn't lead to a solution, then I'll move down and check whether this move leads to a solution or not. If none of the above solution works, then we can unmark the cell as 0 and return false. So that way you can print -1 in the function. Alright. So this is the algorithm behind the question. So once the destination is reached, you can print the solution matrix, or else you will move forward to get whether the solution is possible, or if not possible, then you can move downward in order to check whether it leads to a solution or what. So if both the things is not working, then we can return false. That means no path exists, and where you will be printing -1. So now, yeah. So this is the first input, right? So first it is 2. So initially I'll make all the values as 0. After that I'll start from the upper left most corner. So I'll start from 2. So first 2, yes, it is a non-zero integer, that's fine. And next one 1, that is also fine. But after that it is 0. Then it is blocked, right? So once it is blocked, I'll just take the next horizontal direction. So 3 jumps in forward, right side. So again, so here if you see 1, that's fine. But this is 0, right? And this is 1. So I just jump 3 jumps. So I'll directly reach at last, right? After that, again, now if we move downward, because that is the shortest distance, right? No need to travel from left to right again. So if I move downward from here directly, yes, 1, again also 1, I reach to the destination. So this is going to be the solution matrix. So solution matrix is something which represents a minimum distance, minimum hope distance, so that we can tell, okay, this is going to be the shortest distance and this is a solution matrix for the same. And by applying the same logic, we can do the question. So this is going to be the output, right? So now let us try to do the code for the same. Yeah, so we can give the header file and all those steps. Hash include bits std c++ .h using namespace std. Now we can start the main function. So basically inside the main function, I'll get all the inputs. So first let me get the number of test cases. So after getting the number of test cases, until I reach 0 for the test case value, I'll just get the value of size of the matrix from the user. After getting the size of the matrix, let me declare a matrix. Here I'll just take this as a maximum value. So in the constraints they have given the size of this, right? So we can define the maximum value as a macro. Now I'll run the loop for int I equals to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus. Similarly, 2 loops I should run because it is a 2D array. For int j equals to 0, j less than n, and j plus plus. Inside this, I can get the input value. So Cn, the matrix name is maze of I and j. Right. That's it. So once this is done, let me use a function solve where I'll be passing the entire matrix as well as a size of matrix. And here I'll give the return 0 part. Right. So now I need to define this solve function. So where I'm getting the matrix in maze of max and max, comma, int n. Yeah. So first what I'm supposed to do, I should take a solution matrix. So let me take a solution matrix of same size, max and max. So after this, again let me run the same loop, 2 loops, and what I'll do is I'll initialize all the values as 0. So each value inside this matrix has to be 0 initially. So what I'll do here, it is solution of I and j will be 0. So as we have seen in the key idea, the same thing we are going to do it here. Now once this is done, here I'll be checking the condition. So this is a void part, right? So where I'll take another function. So let me take a function solve lt where I'll be passing maze value and 0 0 my solution matrix as well as my size of the matrix. So here what I can do is I can directly print cout -1. That means no path exists. So -1 will get directly printed over here, right? And if this condition is not getting satisfied, so where I can print the else part. So here maze of 0 0, then my solution matrix, then the value of n. So this is closed. So here I'll be printing the value of -1. If not, I'll call a function. Okay, so let me call a function, display function, where I'll be passing my solution matrix as well as the value. Right. Now we can close this solve function. Here I have called another function, right? So I should give that function also. So here first let me define the value of max. So first of all, the value of max is going to be 11 based on the constraints, and I should call the display function. So in the display function, the same way I'll pass the matrix value as well as the value of n. So here also can run the 2 loops where I'll be printing the solution matrix as it is. So here what you can do is I'll print the solution matrix as well as so cout solution of I and j. After printing each value, I should leave a space also in the solution matrix. Then once I come out of the second for loop, so this is going to be done inside the second for loop. So once I come out of the second for loop, I can go to the next line by giving enter. So now I can close this out. Here I'm closing this particular function. Now one more function I can take. One is solve ultimate function, right? That is going to be written either whether it is true or false. If it is true, it will be display. We'll call the display function. If not, directly I can print -1 because no path exists. So maze of max and max, comma int x, comma int y, comma int n. So let me take some variables according to the values which I have passed. So here what I can do is I can return here 2 things I should check. So the value of x, I have passed a 0, right? So whether the value of x is greater than or equal to 0, as well as the value of, because if it is 0, it is dead end. I can't go, right? So as well as the value of x should be less than n. Similarly, the next condition what I am supposed to do is whether the value of y is greater than or equal to 0 and the value of y is less than n. So the same thing I'll check for the next test case. Yeah. So the next condition what I am supposed to check is this should be a non-zero value, because only one thing, if it is a zero value, I should stop the process. So if it is a zero value, here while returning, it will return false. If not, it will return true. So if it is zero means it is a dead end. So I'll return false. If not, I'll return true. That means there is a way, possible way. This one should not be done here. Inside solve ultimate function, I'll be doing certain other things. Here, let me take a function, whether it is safe or not. So here I'm checking whether we can go with the path provided or not. Now here, let me take another function where I'll define solve ultimate. So here I'm passing maze of max and max int x comma int y comma in my solution matrix also. So for the solution matrix also, the size is going to be max only, as well as the final input. Here what I am supposed to check is if the value of x, if it is equal to n minus 1, that means it reached the destination, right? Similarly, if the value of y is equal to n minus 1, what does it mean? This also means it reached the destination. So once it reached the destination, what I can do is I can make the solution matrix value as 1, right? So solution of x and y will become 1 here, because once there is a way in the solution matrix part, it should return 1, and here I should return true. So if this condition is not satisfied, it will remain 0 only, but if the condition is satisfied, I should return true. Now here comes a safe function. Already I have defined the function, right? So inside this function, maze value, x value, y value will be passed, as well as the value of input range will be passed, right? Here also the same thing I'll be doing. Okay. Now here recursively I'll backtrack it. So first I'm just getting the value here. So I'll just check the condition, if this condition is getting satisfied or not, right? So if this condition, okay, if this particular condition is getting satisfied, what I'll do is solution of x and y will become 1. Now I can run a loop, because I should repeat a process, right? So I is equal to 1 and I less than or equal to maze of x and y, similarly I plus plus, right? Now inside this I can check the condition. So whether the solve ultimate function, you can call it here once again, the value of x and y instead of y. So I'm doing it recursively, right? So instead of y, when I move to the next part, I should pass the value y plus 1. Remaining everything will be same, my solution matrix as well as the value of n. And if this is returning satisfying, I'll be returning true, right? If not, again the same thing will happen, but instead of x, I will run x plus I and y will be passed as it is. So x plus I, then y, solution and n. Here I'll be returning true. So these are the two conditions I'll be checking inside this for loop. And once this process is done, again what I can do is I can make the value of solution matrix as 0 again, the particular x and y value, and here I'll be returning false, because if it is 1, I'll return true. If not, I'll return false, right? So if this is done for the previous function also, I'll be returning false. Yeah. So first I have started with the main function. Inside the main function, I have defined the maximum value as 11. Now inside the main function, I have first got the test cases from the user, And for each test case, I'll get the value of n and I'll declare a 2D matrix and I'll get the value of input from the user. After that, first let me call a function solve maze of. So this is a function where I'll be passing the matrix as well as the part. Here I'll declare a solution matrix, like I'll declare a matrix and I'll run the loop. So where I'll initialize all the values initially as 0. So after that, yeah. So initially all the values will be 0 and I'll be checking the condition whether this is returning 1 or 0. So if this is not satisfied, I'll print -1 because no path exists. If not, I can call the display function directly. So here you can close this function. Right. Now, yeah, here I'm calling the solve ultimate function, right? So this is a Boolean function. And yeah, so here solve ultimate, where I'll be passing the matrix, then two values, solution matrix and the value of n. Here I'll check whether it reached the destination or what. If it reached the destination, the value of the solution matrix will be 1, where I'll be returning true. Right. So these process will be happening inside the if condition. If this is not, I'll check the other function I'll call eSave function, where I'll be passing the same part. I'll initialize all the values in the solution matrix as 1 and I'll run the loop. So while I'm running the loop, I'll call the function recursively again, but first time instead of y, I'll run a plus y I, and second time instead of x plus I. So based on it, I'll call the function and I'll return true. Now, if this particular if condition is not satisfied, if this is satisfied, again I'll make 0 and I'll return false. If this is not satisfied, also directly I can return false and I can close this function here. Now this is a solve ultimate function, and here eSave function, where I'll be passing the matrix and I'll return if x is greater than or equal to 0 as well as x is less than n, because it should be a non-zero value, right? So if based on it, I'll return it. And the value of maze also should be I need to close this out. Yeah. And in the display function, I'll just run the two loops where I'll be printing the solution matrix as it is. Now let me run the code here. Backslash, and there is an error in the 54th line. Yeah, so this should be given inside. I should close this here only. So I'll print -1 backslash n. Fifty-sixth line. If this is passed, I'll print cout. If not, I'll display. And there is an error in the 18th line. Yeah. So Boolean is safe of int maze. I've closed it. There is some mistake in braces. So x greater than or equal to 0 and x should be less than n. Then and y greater than or equal to 0 and y should be less than n. And yeah, here I should maze of x5, then two matrices. Yeah, this is fine. Now in line 41, solved. Okay, one second. If inside this, I'm checking this condition and I'll make all the values in the solution matrix as 1 and I'll return true. If is safe of max. Here I'll run the loop and I'll recursively backlog this function by calling x and y plus I, then again x plus I and y, and I'll close this out. Solution of x I y again 0 and return false. Now I'll close this. Now if is closed. Oh, there is a mistake in spelling, sorry. It should be false. Yeah. Now we can give the sample input. So first 2 number of test cases and 4 is a value. 2, 1, 0, 0, then 3, 0, 0, 1, then 0, 1, 0, 1, then 0, 0, 0, 1. Yeah. Now the solution matrix got printed. So this is how I'll be finding the shortest distance. So here we have discussed all the things about Microsoft Engage 2023. Once your registration is open, you can see the registration link on the Microsoft.com official website where you can register yourself and start preparing for the same, and make sure you are preparing data structures and algorithms as the most prior concept. Thank you.